Hello, my gorgeous, wonderful, fantastic friends. I hope you're well. I'm doing great, and I'm glad to be here. Let's get to today's Divine Daily Blast, shall we? We are in Angel Numerology number 10, reduces to a 1. In Tarot, it would be like pulling the World card and the Fool or the Dreamer card out. It's where one spiral has ended and another one's about to begin simultaneously. If you can imagine looking in the sky and seeing the sun rising as the moon sets, and you get those magical moments where you can stand with a clear vision of space and see both these magnificent planets just suspended out there. It's also a nod that the divine is with us, with the 0 happens to be a mark of the divine. So that's saying that it's like a pre-dawn. These full circle moments give an allowance for true creativity. But let's just not focus just on the numbers. It actually helps to incorporate all of this to bring you the Divine Daily Blast for today. Now, moving along, we have the moon still in, I like to call it, tantalizing Scorpio. The sun and Jupiter are having a bit of a clash. So, this means it's going to be easy to go over the top. And we're being advised to avoid knee-jerk reactions, which means be quiet when you can't say anything decent. Don't say too much, and don't allow your ego to misguide you. Go off at the drop of a hat, get in a frenzy. My antidote in recent years has been find something creative to occupy your messy mind, because the messy mind can lead to some really awkward feelings. So when we get creative, we start accomplishing things, we just pour ourselves into something else. It's like the ideal distraction. Nothing's more important than my feeling of joy and happiness. Perfect for a 10-1 day. I am strong. I am powerful. I am meant to have a magical life. In other words, whenever you come up against adversity or contrast, you're meant to have a magical life. If this is not magical, don't do it. Message from Archangel Haniel. As the grace of God, it can help you connect to your ability to manifest magic through the feminine. I am connected to the power of the divine feminine. Harmony and magic fill my life. Perfect. Now, Archangel Haniel is the goddess archangel of the moon. So, quite lovely. We have 2 new divine masters this week, or ascended masters, Rama and Sita. They're about the holy union, and their message is a soul-mate connection, romantic opportunity. This is the perfect alignment of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. Now, even if you're single, you can still fortify some of your friendships, some of your business alignments. It can also be a perfect alignment between teacher and student if you're looking to teach something or if you're looking to learn something. These 2 wonderful masters work with that Indian festival of light, also known as Diwali. And this week we have a great opportunity to experience heart healing. You may have some issues of your heart from the past that need to be cleaned up. You may have found it difficult to trust. Let yourself be loved, and therefore let go of the barriers that stopped you from seeking your true self-worth. And you may find yourself at the moment in a very empowered position where you're open to the possibility of a partnership, particularly if you've been single for a lot longer than what you want to be. This is a very exciting time. So you know for a fact that you don't need anyone else to validate who you are. You've already done that work. We've been working on ourselves, particularly on a spiritual plane, for lifetimes, not just this one, but several of them. So if you are in a relationship, the universe is presenting opportunities for you to experience real soul-to-soul connections with Rama and Sita. This can only happen if you stop letting past experiences cloud your judgment, meaning don't go into what I've done is saying, well, they don't really work out for me. It's also a nod to dig into, what are your relationships like? Are they fruitful? Are they joyful? Do they light you up? Or do they scare you? If they scare you, there's something to be unearthed there. So this week, get a chance to open your heart a bit more. Archangel Raziel is our angelic activator for this week. And the activation message is, I am willing to do the deeper work. Now, when we start digging into the surface of spiritual expansion, spiritual work, we have to unearth the secrets of God. And Archangel Raziel is known as the one who unearths the secrets of God. So we've all learned so much. We've all understood so much. Taken classes in divination. Maybe you've done tarot classes, oracle classes, astrology classes. Perhaps you've studied the runes, pendulums. We're doing this work already. This is taking a deeper dive. This is going into humanity. It's going into what's happening next. It's going into asking your spirit guides and your angels, how can I best be used to move everything forward? Moving along. Louise Hay today says, I do my best to make life better for everyone in my world. I am a joy to be around. Now, if you're making that statement and you don't believe you're a joy to be around today, do some work on that. I love the tarot card for today. It is the Wheel of Fortune number 10. And there's a lot going on in this card. Right in the middle, we have the yin-yang symbol. Perfect balance, masculine and feminine. And it shows the image of a sun. So it almost looks like the sun being yin-yang. Surrounding this image is a circle with all of the astrological symbols. We also have a lion. We also have what looks like a primate and a rabbit or a hare. And then in the scales on the bottom that are being suspended, we've got two tarot cards. We have the Joker or the Fool along with the High Priestess. And then we have these two. We've got a Hebrew symbol, and then we have a astrological symbol. So this card's imagery includes several sunburst designs layered over each other. And this sunburst serves two symbolic functions. As a wheel, it references the name of the card and represents the turning of our fortunes. That's what the Wheel of Fortune is really all about. The lion on the top is the king of the hill. The rabbit to the right is keeping a lookout for threats, ready to run on a second's notice. The lens on the bottom right here is a clear eye, appreciation, third eye of all the circumstances that are involved. And this monkey on the left, or the primate, is an endless loop of analysis, overthinking, the monkey mind, the messy mind, on and on and on. So in the Hebrew language, this Kaf right here represents the palm, referenced on the card as one of the symbols of divination we use to help the cycles of destiny. When people read your palm, they're looking at your life cycle. Then on the other part is Jupiter, this symbol right here, optimism. So you see the Wheel of Fortunes bringing in all these elements, which goes along with our 10-1. Endings and new beginnings. It's forward movement. An indication that a cyclical nature is coming around again. So if things are going really, really well, it advises you to appreciate the good times while they last. If things are not going particularly well, it reassures us that the wheel will spin, and before long, circumstances will change for the better. So I would say all of this is a full circle moment right now. Follow your heart. Ask for guidance from your angels, from your ascended one, particularly your ascended ones. If you know people that have moved into spirit, we have to be the ones that call upon them for help. Ooh. So Gertrude and Beatrice, loud and proud, they've shown up in what they call a clock tower. They are inside the clock tower. So in other words, they're where all the workings of the clock are. It's quite lovely. Now, Gertrude is covering her ears, so she is embracing the banging of the bell that chimes the time. But there's no chime going on. And Beatrice is telling her to uncover her ears and listen to the ticking of the clock and pay attention to the time movement forward. Okay, I don't quite know what this message is, so you're going to have to give us a... Whoop, there's our card. Knowledge. Oh, perfect. So, you know, this card has shown up before, but when you put it with all of this, taking a deeper dive, following your heart and opening your heart up for a soulmate, going into the Wheel of Fortune, doing your best to make life better. But this card really, when it comes to knowledge, is taking a deeper dive into divination. And Beatrice is telling Gertrude, uncover your ears and listen intently to what you're being told. Try not to cover up or shy away from everything that you're seeing. I love this. I love this whole reading. As I've said many times, and we sort of get it amplified, we see, we feel, we hear, and we know, not just in the physical. We should set the intention to see, to feel, to hear, and to know the words of the non-physical. That's knowledge. It's higher learning. We have to do it and tune into it ourselves, each individual. Not necessarily wrong to pay attention to wild predictions. However, I'm going to push a word of caution. The predictions that are laid out plant a seed, and the prediction that's planting that seed is coming from a source that might not be aligned with yours. So when you're doing this, covering your ears up, you could be covering your ears up to the source that wants to reach you by being distracted by the seeds that get planted by some other source. And I'm hoping I'm making sense. This is what it's called distraction. You get to choose what you want to be distracted by. That's your choice. All right, my friends, let me know in the comment if that works or if that makes sense to you. And I will be back later on today with your week ahead. We've already got the first card, Wheel of Fortune. So we're on the right path. Until later on. I love you. Bye for now.